IndusInd Bank has given some data, and a financial hit of close to 1979 crore rupees from derivative accounting discrepancies against the estimate that the company had given, which is about 2100 crores. This is as per the report by PwC. Let's go to Hersh for the details of that report, because Hersh, as I read the brokerage notes this morning, it seemed that everybody was taking this number and the report a bit more constructively, in that there are no new skeletons that have emerged.
Absolutely, Neeraj. That is the key takeaway from this. There is some amount of comfort now that at least there is no downside risk at this point to everything that's played out. The derivative losses capped at around 2,000 crore, or rather slightly shy of that number, 1,979 crore. And the hit on the profit after tax will in fact be sub 1,500 crore. The estimated number was 1,580 crore. It's sub 1,500 crore, and therefore likely, in the sense that there's no negative per se, at least at this point, of coming out from that number. 2.35% was the hit on the net worth, earlier estimated, currently at 2.27%. Most brokerages looking at this more favorably, as you correctly mentioned, from a perspective that at least there's no negative impact, or there is no negative surprise, if I can call it, versus what has already been baked in or what has already been stated by management. Of course, now focus shifts with regard to leadership and how that possible transition, if at all, will happen, and when it will happen, and what's really the glide path on that count. But for at least the moment, it seems that we've put a lid on this one. Q4 earnings, as well as what the commentary comes out from there, will also be important. Stock flew away in trade yesterday. Will be interesting to see what happens today.
Yeah, 7% up yesterday, IndusInd Bank, but I was looking at the 52-week high. It stands at 1,550. So the erosion from that point is it's more than half, and quite a considerable drop. There you go. So the 12-month picture gives you that indication exactly. So we will get you a sense of what to do if you are still holding on to IndusInd Bank. But in the meanwhile, let's take you through the watch list this morning. And some of the stocks we've already spoken about, but they bear repeating before the start of trade. REDA, Tamanna spoke about this. Is earnings looked good, actually. Profit rose as much as 49%. She did point out to you, of course, that the implications of the Gensol expose, if you can call it that, have not been factored in. They will likely be factored in the first quarter. Vedanta and Oil India both have gotten new blocks acquired in the latest OALP round. IndusInd Bank, the one-off impact estimate is revised lower to 1,979 crore rupees. We just spoke about that. ICICI Pru, the value of new business growth has beaten estimates for the fourth quarter, and that should be seen as positive. Landmark Cars as well, vehicle sales are up as much as 21% in the fourth quarter, and that bodes well for the company.
All right, some other stocks that are on our radar. Axis Bank is definitely one we're looking at. They will be considering a fundraise. Stock was up yesterday as well after they followed suit to other banks and cut their deposit rates. So we've already seen an uptick there. IGL, MGL though are on the negative side this morning because APM allocation has been cut further. Pharma companies, watch out for some pain there. US has said it will investigate pharma imports. And of course, Gensol Engineering, SEBI has barred promoters over fund diversion and has stalled their plans for a stock split as well.